You make them miss and make them pay. Fury's in trouble.
Mike Tyson that beat Larry Holmes. I think that Mike Tyson is the best heavyweight of all time. I don't think anybody.
The year is 2024, and Iron Mike Tyson is back to give us another glimpse of the beast that lives within him. The baddest man on the planet is gearing up for yet another blockbuster comeback fight, and this time he's wearing off with the hottest name in influencer boxing. Jake Paul leaked footage from his latest training sessions has taken social media by storm. Faster, stronger, meaner. It's like we've been transported back to the 1980s with Tyson's punches looking every bit as devastating. But what's causing an even bigger stir, the reactions from some of the most legendary names in boxing. When the best in the world start talking, people listen. When legends start reacting with fear and awe, you know, something big is going down.
Mike Tyson, but he hit me one time, and my feet froze up like this, and I've never been hit like that before, and I remember coming back to the corner, asking did he knock all my teeth.
Mike Tyson's latest training footage leaked, and the legends who faced him fought beside him and studied his every move. Have one thing in common, they're terrified. And Jake, you better be sweating bullets right now. Some boxing pros and pundits are calling it freakish and inhuman. This isn't just some nostalgic old guy coming back to have fun. No, the legends are leaking a terrifying response saying Tyson's training footage might just be proof that his power, speed, and killer instinct have barely faded. The name Mike Tyson carries weight, his career. His story legendary, but for most of us, it felt like the book had closed when Tyson retired at 54. He shocked the world when he announced his comeback in an exhibition fight against Roy Jones Jr. But what nobody expected was that Tyson wasn't done. The exhibition match was just the beginning. The comeback of Mike Tyson isn't just a nostalgic return to the ring, it's a calculated revival at 58. Tyson has defied every expectation, but how can someone who's been out of the sport for so long come back so strong? Put this, Tyson's comeback isn't just about grit and raw power. There's cutting-edge science behind his transformation. Tyson's training integrates advanced performance technology using tools like high-altitude simulation masks to increase lung capacity and electromyography. EMG machines that monitor muscle activation for maximum output. His sessions are a mix of functional strength training and explosive plyometrics designed to enhance fast-twitch muscle fibers, the very fibers responsible for those devastating knockout punches. Tyson's conditioning includes neuromuscular efficiency drills, which help him react faster and improve coordination by strengthening the neural connections between his brain and muscles on the recovery side. Tyson is making full use of cryotherapy chambers, which rapidly cool his body down post-workout, reducing inflammation and promoting muscle recovery at a molecular level. Add to that hydrotherapy pools for resistance training, where the water reduces the strain on his joints while maximizing his effort, and hyperbaric oxygen therapy HBOT sessions that flood his cells with oxygen for faster healing. This combination of old-school intensity and modern biomechanics is a terrifying formula, and it's clear Tyson isn't just training to compete. He's training to dominate, but the most incredible part, Mike Tyson still got that raw, primal ferocity. It's the same fighter who terrified opponents in the ADSI, but now he's paired it with the knowledge he's more dangerous than ever. But let's hear it from the pros. Evander Holyfield, Tyson's old nemesis, and the man who famously survived his savage power, said watching the footage made him a question. If Tyson was even human anymore, he's punching like a 25-year-old faster than I've seen him in years. Hear me out. Holyfield said Tyson's speed and explosiveness are still unmatched. The way he transitions from defense to offense in a split second makes him lethal even at this age. But Holyfield also hinted at something deeper. He's worried Tyson's mentality could become dangerous if he steps back into the ring with these young guns. He looks incredible, Holyfield said, but the sport has changed, and Mike in this mindset could be a danger to himself that's coming from a man who's traded punches with Mike Tyson twice. So if Holyfield has this much respect and concern for Tyson's recent training intensity, it's no wonder the boxing community is on edge now. When you think about legends in the boxing edge, George Foreman is right up there. And what does Big George have to say about Tyson's new training footage? Let's just say.
I call him Mike Nightmare Tyson. That guy was a nightmare in the ring.
It wasn't a casual comment. Foreman didn't pull any punches when he admitted that watching Mike's training sent shivers down his spine. Foreman knows a thing or two about making a comeback. Remember when he won the heavyweight title at 45? So when he saw Tyson's footage, he knew exactly what kind of threat Tyson could pose. George said in a recent interview, Mike's always had that power. But what's shocking is that he's moving like a man in his 30s. His footwork is still there, and his hands look as fast as ever. It's terrifying to think what could happen if he got back in the ring, and get this, Foreman even said he'd advise against getting in the ring with Mike right now. Yeah, that's right. One of the most feared heavyweight champions in history is telling people to stay away from Tyson if that doesn't give you chills. I don't know what will. Let's not forget Lennox Lewis, the man who handed...
Because I would feel really bad for Jake Paul. I don't want him to get...
Tyson a crushing defeat in 2002. Lewis, one of the most technically brilliant heavyweights in boxing history, couldn't stay silent after seeing Tyson's newest training clips, and his reaction was equal parts admiration and awe. Plus, he's sending a brutal warning to the problem child. Lewis was known for his cerebral approach to boxing, said that Tyson seems to have unlocked a different beast within himself. I fought him. I know what it's like to stand toe-to-toe with Mike Tyson, but what I saw in that footage, it's like he's rewinding the clock. He's found a way to combine his old style with a new kind of ferocity. According to Lewis, Tyson's movement isn't just fast. It's calculated. He pointed out that Mike's defense looks sharper than ever, with his head slips and counters on point, and that's what makes Tyson is terrifying to these ledgers. He's not just relying on brute force, he's using his brains too. Lewis even said if Tyson were to step back into the ring, he'd be more dangerous now than he was in his prime. Now that's saying something. Lennox Lewis doesn't give out compliments like candy. So when he praises Tyson's skill set, there's something serious happening. Let's not forget Roy Jones Jr., Tyson's last opponent from their 2020 exhibition, while that fight was a bit more for charity. Jones had first-hand experience with Tyson's power, and he didn't take it lightly. But now, with this new footage out, even Jones had to admit that Tyson is a different monster.
He hit harder or the whole thing?
He hit harder, everything hurt. His hands hurt, his head hurts, everything hurts when I make contact. So I'm like, wow. And it makes you so fatigued.
Roy, known for his quickness and reflexes, said, look, Mike's always had power, but after seeing this new footage, it's clear that the power hasn't gone anywhere. If anything, it's more refined. He's hitting harder and with more precision. Roy made it clear, even though they fought in an exhibition, he was constantly aware of Tyson's ability to end the fight with just one punch, and that's not something that fades with age. In fact, Jones openly said, if you're not careful, Mike can still hurt you. He looks ready to tear someone apart, and I'm not sure many heavyweights today could handle that. When alleged, like Roy Jones Jr. admits that Tyson's punches still make him nervous, it's time to take notice. Roy even suggested that Tyson could hang with the top fighters today, a bold claim, but one that seems increasingly plausible given this footage. Even the Gypsy King himself.
Your dad's favorite fighter was Mike Tyson. How do you think you was better versus Mike Tyson? Prime versus prime?
Yeah, I think Mike Tyson would knock me out in about 30 seconds.
Why
Wilder's a dreamer. I'm going to punish him for even saying that. The great Mike Tyson.
She's bothering me. Walk the gates like who is he? I'm the Freddy man. I ain't got no more.
Tyson Fury had something to say. Tyson Fury is no stranger to comeback stories, having battled his own demons and returned to the top of the heavyweight division. But after seeing Iron Mike's training footage, Fury couldn't help but speculate about a possible comeback of Mike's own in an interview. Fury said if Mike wanted to, he could shake up the division today. He's still got that devastating power and the kind of movement that makes you think twice about standing in front of it. Fury went on to call Tyson's training the stuff of legend, saying that he's never seen someone at that age look so dangerous. Fury always, the showman even hinted at a dream fight between the two. But more importantly, Fury believes Tyson's mentality is what makes him the scariest opponent out there. Been through it all, Fury said. And that kind of experience combined with his physical ability is just plain terrifying. And coming from the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, that's some serious respect. Tyson Fury may have the belt, but even he knows that Mike Tyson still poses a very real threat. Inside the ring, Mike Tyson's impact on boxing can't be overstated. He redefined what it meant to be a heavyweight. His power, his speed, and his savage will to win made him more than a boxer. He became a force of nature. Bert Sugar once said Tyson fought like his life depended on it, and it wasn't far from the truth. Tyson's journey wasn't just about belts. It was about survival, from his rough upbringing in Brownsville, Brooklyn, to becoming the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Tyson's career is a story of resilience, hunger, and unmatched brutality in the ring. And that hunger hasn't faded. Tyson's desire to push limits, to stay in the game, and to evolve is what makes his recent training footage so terrifying to the legends of the sport. It's the reminder that Tyson's fire never truly went out. November 15th, 2024, mark your calendars. The 810 Arena is about to witness a showdown that's sending shockwaves through the boxing edge, Mike Tyson. The living legend will step into the ring against none other than Jake Paul. For months, rumors swirled about this unprecedented matchup, and now it's official. But here's the catch. Jake Paul might be younger, but Tyson's experience and raw power make him a truly dangerous opponent. Paul, who's carved a niche in the influencer boxing scene, will face the challenge of his life when he squares off against a fighter who's been known to end bouts with a single punch. Mike Tyson is more than a legend. He's a force that transcends the sport of boxing. His latest training footage has reminded the world of one thing. Iron Mike's legacy is far from finished. What comes next, only Tyson knows. But one thing's for sure, the world will be watching.